Hello, my name is Susanna Huang. I'm a volunteer at Green Energy Ohio. Green Energy Ohio is a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting environmentally and economically sustainable energy policies and practice in Ohio. Its executive director, Bill Spratley, started this organization at his backyard about 10 years ago. In 2007, he convinced the American Solar Energy Society to hold his annual conference at Cleveland. He has a first-hand experience of Ohio green energy development. Bill, thank you very much for your time today. I have some questions for you. What was the situation when you started with Green Energy Ohio about 10 years ago? What changes have you seen over the years?
Susanna, Green Energy Ohio was started by a few volunteers like yourself, and I want to thank you for all the work you've done on social media for the tour this year. These were people that felt that Ohio was a big state, a sleeping green giant, waiting to unleash the potential of solar and wind. And I have to say that for the last 3 years, we've actually seen that happen. But up to that time, we were really struggling in the wilderness. But now, Green Energy Ohio, green energy is a household word.
Thank you. Ohio is not as sunny as California. Why did you believe solar would also work at Ohio when the whole industry just got started?
Well, I think that California has clearly been a leader in a lot of things, including solar and wind. But the reality is they may have more sunlight, but we make the sun and the wind here. We have the leading manufacturing in the country on solar and on wind. And we have a state that's willing to open itself up to this business opportunity. And so, Germany is the world leader in solar. They have the sunlight of Anchorage, Alaska. And so, we do get 4.5 hours of sun on the average here in Ohio. And the purpose of our solar tour, our green energy tour every year, is to show people that it's working right here in Ohio and that it puts Ohioans to work.
Yeah, great. Do you remember how many people attended the first solar tour? How many open houses were on that tour?
Yes, I remember well. About 2002 here in Columbus, we had about 22 sites on the tour. We had the first solar school in the Worthington area. We had Robert Howard's house, a true volunteer, or a true pioneer, I should say, in putting renewable energy forward in the central Ohio area. And I remember draining our pockets, Greg Kuss and I, to pay for the bus driver to take the tour. So we were a pretty motley crew at that hour.
This year, the name of the tour is changed from a solar tour to Green Energy Ohio Tour. Why would you change the name?
Well, we're changing the name to reflect the reality that green energy is more than solar. While it's still over 200 of the 262 sites on the tour, we have over 30 wind turbines, we have biomass, we have energy efficiency, we have geothermal systems, we have LEED buildings. And so it's a continuum of technologies that are cleaner, that are more efficient, that save customers money, and who will, through the services of the 146 businesses represented on this tour, will put more and more Ohioans to work in green jobs.
Please tell us how your organization sets up this tour behind the thing.
Well, I'm not sure it's a pretty picture behind the scenes because, there's a lot of effort of our staff, our key organizing volunteers, and especially to those hundreds of site owners who are willing to open their houses. Also 62 businesses that are willing to open their businesses. We have parks, we have zoos, we have museums, we have colleges and universities, and the list goes on. We have the first big wind farms. And so this is a collective effort of people who know this technology works and they want to share it with Ohioans. And so it's a great opportunity once a year, the first weekend in October, to show that our fuel source here in Ohio comes up every day in the east. And the sun creates the wind and the biomass, and it is sustainable. And the idea here is to eventually get us off of dependence on foreign sources of energy, because we can make it here and we can put people back to work doing that.
Tell us what visitors can get out of this Green Energy Ohio tour.
Well, I think what people get out of the tour is they can kick the tires, they can talk to somebody who's lived in a solar home or has a wind turbine, they can find out what that's like right here in Ohio. And it's important that people learn firsthand. I have seen people taking notes on tours, and 2 or 3 years later, they're in their own solar home. And so You know, I think that the value of the tour is the first-hand demonstration. The national tour that we're part of is the biggest demonstration of solar energy in the world, over 150 sites in nearly every state.
Solar Tour in Ohio was actually the largest in the nation last year. Thanks for putting huge effort together to bring this free, fun, educational tour to Ohio people again this year. If you are interested in joining the tour, please visit Green Energy Ohio website at www.greenenergyohio.org and follow them on the Facebook. You may have the chance to win a free set assessment worth $250. Thank you all for your time. See you all this weekend at the tour.